helps with the life cycle of the battery, as this can put a lot of stress on the battery, as you can imagine. It reduces its lifespan. For charging, the storage, proper storage is the one. Storing, keep the battery clean and inspect it for physical damage or corrosion. Tighten any loose connections and ensure proper ventilation or heat dissipation. And proper storage, store the battery in a cool, dry place with moderate temperature. If storing for an extended period, ensure the battery is partially charged before immediate discharge. Use energy saving features, utilize power saving settings on device to reduce unnecessary battery drain. 7. Battery management system. So implement a robust BMS for lithium-ion batteries to monitor and control charging and discharging process, thus ensuring the safety and longevity of the battery, as previously mentioned by Moisa. Optimize device settings. So adjust device settings to reduce power consumption, such as lowering screen brightness, disabling unused features, and just using power saving modes, which the battery comes with. Upgrade firmware and software. So keep the device firmware and software up to date, as manufacturers often release updates to optimize power management. This is critical for the batteries, because manufacturers of the batteries, they tend to know exactly how they operate, and they have done studies on this. 10. Choose the right battery for the right application. Select a battery with appropriate capacity, voltage, and chemistry for the specific application to ensure optimal performance for the backup energy system. Regular use. For rechargeable batteries, regular use and partial discharge cycles can help maintain their capacity. So on a weekly basis, we recommend that we discharge the battery up to 80% and then charge it fully, just so that we maintain it and it's in use. And it's just a way we have seen that it can help extend the lifespan of the battery. Recalibration, which Luisa dived into depth with. For devices with rechargeable batteries, periodic calibration can help the device accurately gauge the battery's capacity. So this just means that if we ensure the battery is fully charged at a minimum on a weekly basis, we can therefore have an more accurate description on the state of charge of the battery. So how can we implement all of these things? Because there's quite a few strategies that we spoke about. How can we implement all of these strategies for optimization of the battery via BMS? So a BMS plays a crucial part in role in optimizing the battery performance. Thus, the BMS also helps minimize losses in the battery. So it accomplishes this through several key functions and features, which we will discuss and dive deeper into. So besides from the BMS, there are other factors to minimize losses. These are taken into consideration during the design process of the actual battery itself and how it's constructed. So bus sizing, this is the interlinks between the cells to minimize IR losses. We have proper conductor cables used. In some instances, using HV batteries, high voltage batteries, high volt means lower current. The less the IR losses are, makes it more efficient, primarily linked to the selection and design of the battery process. So we can use all of these things in designing the battery, and this improves it in terms of the IR losses and the losses, minimizing losses in the batteries. So I'll just move on to optimizing battery performance using BMS. So first one is cell balancing. So cell balancing, the BMS does this. It monitors and balances the individual cells within a battery pack, so to ensure that all cells are charged and discharged evenly. This helps to maximize the useful capacity of the battery and prevents premature cell degradation. Number two, overcharge and over discharge protection. So the BMS prevents overcharging and over discharging of the battery, which are key factors that can significantly impact battery lifespan and performance. This safeguards ensures that the battery operates within the safe voltage limits and preserving its health for longer periods of time. So temperature monitoring and control can also optimize the battery performance. So the BMS does this by monitoring the temperature of the battery. The BMS can take preventative measures to avoid extreme temperatures that will inevitably degrade the battery performance. It can also activate cooling or heating within the battery uh, so that the battery can function in an optimal temperature range. The next is the state of charge and the state of health monitoring, which I mentioned previously. So the BMS continuously monitors the state of charge and state of health of the battery, providing accurate information about the available energy and the overall health of the battery. This data is crucial for optimizing charging and discharging processes. Then go to the next slide. Safety features that the BMS has. Advanced BMS units include safety features such as short circuit protection, overcurrent protection, and cell voltage monitoring to ensure safe and reliable operation of the battery. As you know, these batteries can be dangerous if not monitored and also used in the right instances. So it's very imperative that a BMS is used. So the next point is efficient charging algorithms. So the BMS utilizes intelligent charging algorithms. This is to optimize the charging process, ensuring the battery is charged in a controlled and efficient manner, which contributes to its long-term performance and the cycles that it can perform at. Communication interface. So many BMS units provide a communication interface that allows a user to monitor all the battery's different parameters, receive alerts, and adjust settings, enabling proactive management of the battery system. So we at Freedom One we've recently added a remote monitoring so that we can communicate and interface with the battery remotely as we implement batteries across various landscapes. I would like to say very remote locations. So we've implemented that. Fault detection and diagnostics. The BMS can detect any and diagnose faults in the battery system, uh, enabling timely intervention and preventing potential issues that could impact performance and damages on the battery. So this is why a BMS is important in the use in the construction of a battery. So I'd like to end my presentation here, and I'd like to just welcome my colleague Isaac Bomba, who will be joining the Q&A. He's an expert in the field, so he's just going to be supporting me as well in this section.
Thank you very much, Warren. Yes, and Isaac, you can also please turn on your camera, so we will welcome you and unmute yourself. So we will welcome you to address some of the questions from the audience. Welcome, Isaac.
Thanks, Joe.
If you don't mind, I would like to start with a personal question based on your presentation, Warren. At some point in the beginning of your presentation, you said one of the key factors is to use a charger that is connected to the battery. Can there be chargers that are not adapted to the battery? Maybe I'm a bit naive, but I thought the charger